Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, recorded on December 17, 2025, the Iraqi dinar has a fascinating history, once strong before Iraq faced decades of conflict and economic challenges. After years of instability, its value plummeted, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating about its potential to revalue. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated on all our future videos. Let's get started. What do you think would be the ideal exchange rate for the dinar? You need something that's right in the middle. 1-to-1 exchange rate would be right in that sweet spot. Enough to where they get more purchasing power on their imports but also still be competitive on the market with their exports. I would say 1-to-1 exchange rate would be the perfect location. Iraq has been quiet since they told us to expect a rate change in their markets, and it's now up to the CBIS to then they went quiet. Quiet is not a bad thing right now. They did let us know recently that they have a new banking system prepped and ready to go. I'm excited because of the reality of what we're seeing. If we were still in the guessing stages, that'd be different. But we're not in the beginning stages of this. The Turkish Central Bank supports these steps, along with the Central Bank of Iraq, for regulating financial operations between the two countries. What does it do? It contributes to facilitating commercial transactions. That's talking about international trade, and that's what we're waiting for. At some point they're going to have an international calculation and a forex-traded currency. Al-Alaq urges Turkey to open accounts for Iraqi banks. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Ali Mohsen Al-Alaq, urged, on Wednesday, Turkish banks to open accounts for Iraqi banks to expand financing channels for importing goods and services between the two countries, stressing cooperation in the field of settlements for users of Iraqi cards in Turkey. Al-Mandalawi discusses with the United Nations Special Envoy for Iraq support for stability and reform in the country. The UN is there and saying that Iraq has made tremendous progress. Keep going. This is an important piece. When they change their value, the world knows they are sovereign and stable. Iraq has made huge progress in reforming their country, especially the banking system. It's moving along really well. The economy is starting to grow. There's a lot of projects they're in the middle of working and a lot more to come. When that development road project is up and the railroad right next to it, you're going to see a pretty big boom in Iraq happen quickly. Iraq is going through growing pains. They're still going to struggle. They're going to make a lot of mistakes, but they are poised right now for the future. They're not going to allow any more corruption. I am overly excited. It will happen any day, any time. There are no delays. It is a 100% go. What are they doing? They're focusing in on non-oil revenues. That's important because 90%, 95% used to be all oil. Alaq is talking about getting to $40 a barrel. By going to non-oil revenue streams, by opening up the private sector. The transformation of the country is phenomenal. It's not going to stop. We have the evidence of that. There are still some trading restriction on the IQD, but this tells us they are preparing for that international status. We should start being excited. When everyone here goes to exchange their notes, there will be immediately an electronic background check. It's just Iraq's diligence in stopping corruption at the start. I didn't know that. I find that to be marvelous. Brilliant. My CBI contact told me they almost must reinstate the dinar at about the same time or very shortly after. they end the currency auctions in Iraq at the end of this year. This is why this move to end the currency auctions is so important to us investors. Iraq has a policy issue. The people at the top know what they are doing. No word yet on the budget, thus we thinking it will never get there first without the CBI popping the rate first, then goes to Parliament. Yes, 100%. You cannot launch a rocket without fuel. You cannot launch this budget without the exchange rate. They've been talking about deleting the zeros for almost 20 years and it has never happened. They still have not created a new denominational bill. There's been no talk and no budget for recreating currency, and I would tell you if that ever happened. There is a misconception going around about removing zeros from the currency. They're saying this is evidence of impending revaluation. That is not true. Removing zeros, redenomination, is an administrative process that changes the face value of the currency without changing its actual value. If Iraq removed zeros, 1,000 old dinars would become 1 new dinar. But the purchasing power remains identical. The value of the currency remains identical. Because it's not. Thank you for watching.